Welcome back to Eugene, Oregon. The Lane Titans men's squad, moments away from tip-off versus the Southwestern Oregon Community College Lakers. Logan, I know we're just starting, but we've been here a while. We had the opportunity to call the entire women's game a dominant victory from them to start off our day.
Yeah, you know, it's always fun to watch the women's team here improving to 23-0.
They are dominant, to say the least. This Lane squad, the men's squad, that is, they're 8-13 in the year, 3-6 in conference. They've lost their last two. They had a really nice start at the year, started 4-1, then a really tough stretch in December where they were 1-6. They were 3-4 in January, and like I said, 0-2 in February. They do have a winning record at home. They were 7-5 on the year at home. The visiting squad, the Lakers, are 13-9 overall, 5-4 in conference, but they are 2-3 in their last 5. Lane is 8th in the NWAC South, and the Lakers are 3rd in the NWAC South. We'll go through starting lineups for the visiting squad. Ocean Casimiro will be starting at point guard, the freshman out of Hawaii. Matthew Oryang, Joseph Shulkins, Ono J. Thomas, and Merrick Sherwood round out their starting 5 for the home team. It's the normal starting group. Javon Blackmore will start as their acting point guard. Devin Hinton, Riley San Germano, Grayson Harbert, and Will Pluma will round out their starting 5. Hinton, one of the better statistical players on the team, averaging 14.4 points, 9.7 rebounds, so just about a double-double, just shy of that. It's a squad that has slowly but surely improved their three-point shooting. That's been a sore spot all year. They're shooting 29.8% on the year, compared to 35% for the visiting team. That's going to be a key matchup to watch, is who gets hot from distance here. Both teams are on the court. Head coach for the Lane squad, C.J. Edwards, is his first year as the Lane coach. Previously, he was with Corbin. And for the visiting team, Riley Grandinetti, in his 3rd season as head coach, 7th season coaching overall. He was an assistant head coach at Southwest Oregon before taking over the head job over his 3 years. He is 27-24 overall. Hinton in the circle to rebound with Ono J. Thomas, and that one will get controlled by the Lakers. Casimiro with the ball, guarded by Blackmore. A lot of contact right off the bat, and a 7-second foul. Just 7 seconds in the game, Blackmore called for the foul. A little too aggressive on Casimiro there, top of the three-point line. Lakers to inbound in front of the opposing team bench. Inbound goes to Casimiro. Drives all the way, basket, sees an opportunity, bounce pass inside, up off glass, and good for Thomas. First points of the game go to the Lakers. Blackmore dribbles this one up, gives it to Pluma, the left wing. Pluma operating off the Hinton screen. Kicks it to San Germano, looking for Hinton at the baseline. Drives himself into a corner there, fighting with Thomas. Thomas goes down, and Hinton goes basket. A physical move there to get Lane on the board.
And he tried to pull the table on him, and it just didn't work. He kept his balance.
Hinton, the big man, so effective inside. This is Shulkins with the ball guarded by Pluma, fires it to Casimiro. Casimiro kicks it over back to Shulkins. Shulkins in the wing, runs out of options and gives it to Oryang, who feeds Thomas inside. Turnaround jumper, nothing but net there for Thomas. 4 points early for the big man. Blackmore has it, gives it to Hinton, and gives it to Harbert for his first touch. It feeds it to San Germano, and an offensive foul is called as soon as Harbert the ball left his hands, he drove directly to the defense. A little too aggressive on the screen.
Just slightly too aggressive there.
Inbounds, they're fighting to get to Casimiro. They can't, so they feed it full court. And this one will get picked off by Will Pluma all the way in the backcourt. Pluma drives inside at the elbow, kicks it to San Germano in the corner for 3. Too strong, won't go. Harbert the rebound. He thinks about it, tries to feed it inside to Hinton, but that pass goes directly to the hands of Oryang. Will dribble this one up and give it to Casimiro. An unforced error there as he stepped on the line. Had a lane to go to the basket, but looks like his heel caught the blue line there.
I was going to say he was looking a little too close on that outside there, and he just stepped on that line.
He had a lane to the basket, and he knows it. Harbert to inbound, looking for Blackmore. There's a wet spot the players are tending to on the Lane side. Just a minute 20 into the game, and the visiting Lakers are up 4-2. But the Titans will have the ball with a chance to tie or take the lead. Harbert gives it to Blackmore. Dribbles this one up slowly, will be guarded by Casimiro, orchestrating the offense. Finds San Germano, who thought 3 in the corner, but instead feeds it inside to Hinton, up off glass, and good vision there by San Germano.
I was going to say, I really like that pass inside there from San Germano. found the right guy under the basket.
Passed up a three to do so.
Exactly, and that's unselfishness right there.
Casemiro tried to feed it to Thomas, but an off-the-ball foul is called. Will stay with the Lakers. Sherwood will inbound. His first time touching the ball tonight. And he'll give it to Casemiro near the midcourt line. Casemiro feeds it to Thomas, back to Casemiro on the wing. Guarded by Blackmore, through the screen, feeds it. Thomas inside, slam dunk over Harbert. Thomas rises up, 6 points for the big man.
Wow, he got up there. He slammed it on him.
Harbert at the wrong end of that contact. Now it's Lane's turn to respond. Hinton has the ball, gives it to Pluma in the wing. Pluma drives and then feeds it to Hinton, and a foul will be called. I believe they're going to get Shulkins for fighting a little too much on that one. There's been some sort of lane violation, as we will get a technical free throw for Will Pluma. You know the refs doing their job when both head coaches looked unhappy with what happened. So whatever it was, neither coach happy with it. Pluma will miss that rebound as it rolls over the top of the basket.
And the officiating so far has been very aggressive, calling fouls. And
3 fouls already for
yeah.
Lane. And that's something to watch here as they're racking up early fouls. They've gotten into foul trouble in the previous couple home games. Inbound goes to Hinton, who fires it to Harbert at the left elbow. Finds Pluma, who thought about 3. Pluma drives inside the paint, ran out of options, and is called for the double dribble there as he just ran out of time with the ball.
He was poking and prodding in there, tried to find somebody and just couldn't keep control of the ball.
Pluma had a 5-game heater in January. We had 18.2 points a game on 55% shooting, including 56% three-point shooting. He has cooled down in his last 2 games, down to 8 points a game. He struggled from distance, 18% from 3. Another foul is called there as Casemiro drove. Looks like they're going to get Pluma on the infraction. That's 4 fouls in just about 2.5 minutes of action for the Titans.
That's shocking to have this many fouls so fast, and it just shows how aggressive Lane's playing. And I know head coach C.J. Edwards is not happy right now.
Yeah, you're digging yourself a hole there. Kai Blodgett will check in for Javon Blackmore. Casemiro has the ball and fires it to Shulkins. Shulkins looking to get rid of it. Gives it inside, another dunk as he drove baseline. Or Yang all the way to the rim. 2 massive dunks here for the visiting team.
Wow, that was a great pass to set it up, too.
Elite passing there. Lane unable to convert. They lose the ball in the backcourt. There's a scramble for it. Players on the ground. Casemiro comes up with it, fires it, and they're going to go for the through pass here. They got a 3-on-2 fast break. They'll take the three-pointer. Rims out, won't go, and heads into the bench. A frenetic pace here early, and a couple highlight posters for the visiting squad as they lead 8-4.
Those were nice.
Poor Yang. That was a massive dunk there. Pluma, now the ball handler with Blackmore on the bench. Takes the Harbert screen, drives left, gets the switch, and feeds it back to Harbert, who gives it to Blodgett. Blodgett has it and feeds it to Hinton, top the three-point line. Finds San Germano, the sniper. Swung around, ends up back in the hands of Pluma, back to Hinton. The perimeter passing continues. Blodgett has it, elbow, drives inside, puts up the floater, and gets the roll to go. Cuts the lead down to 2 in the early going of this game.
And I like that nice little floater there from Blodgett.
Casemiro has it, will drive all the way to the free throw line. A lot of contact there, can't get the foul. Ends up with an air ball. Pluma has it on the rebound, fires it to Harbert, gives it to Blodgett. Blodgett drives to the elbow, gives it to Hinton, who thought he's not a three-point shooter, so instead gives San Germano back to Hinton in the post, trying to get something going, spins, run out of option, feeds it outside to Harbert for 3. Too strong, won't go. Rebound controlled by the Lakers. And now they're going quickly here. This is Sherwood, who feeds it to Shulkins. Shulkins will take a sidestep 3, and drains that one. The Laker offense firing all cylinders early here.
And Shulkin got himself open there for 3.
Nice little sidestep.
Yeah, I was going to say, nice little pump fake, little sidestep.
Harbert feeds it to San Germano in the wing, back to Pluma. 17 on the shot clock. Pluma will drive free throw line, kicks it to San Germano, drives inside, back outside of Pluma. A lot of contact, can't get it to go. It's a 2-man game. San Germano still has it, feeds it to Harbert. Fires away from 3 and kisses the back of the rim there to get that one to go. Cuts the lead down to 2.
And there is Harbert.
Casemiro has it, guarded by Pluma. Kicks to the far side, the feed inside to Shulkins. Working against Hinton. That wasn't Shulkins, that was Thomas who can't get the roll to go. It's a great battle developing between Thomas and Hinton inside. Pluma has it. Pluma drive free throw line, feeds it to Hinton, up off glass and good. Great two-man game there with Pluma and Hinton.
And Hinton getting that to go in there. I will say they better not forget about San Germano on the outside. He was wide open for a little bit out there. I'd watch that as the game goes on.
Shooting near 40%, a lot of contact. Could have been a foul there against Harbert, but instead Lakers having a deep three-pointer here. Does not go, and the game is tied. Now the Titans have a chance to take the lead. Pluma has it. Will take this one up slowly, operating off the screen from Hinton. Dribbles himself into a three-pointer. Can't get that to go, and that one rebounds out of bounds. Pluma turns around to his head coach and taps his chest saying, my bad. Might not have liked that shot. He dribbled his way into a three-pointer, only shooting 18% over the last 2 games here. As we get a timeout on the court, 14:21 left to go in the period. Game's all tied up 11. It's been a fast pace for a few minutes.
I was going to say, I'm surprised this game is tied.
The Laker offense has been firing early, and it's, honestly, I would feel it's a nice job of the Titans to kind of keep pace here early.
I agree. I was going to say the same kind of thing. I've been more impressed with the Lakers so far. But credit to Lane for keeping it where it is.
The scoreboard is what matters.
Exactly.
Even though the Lakers have had a couple highlight plays, the game is tied up at 11 apiece.
Hey, that's what matters. Exactly.
Both teams have a pair of turnovers. Lakers shooting 5. Both teams shooting 5-9 from the field. Lakers are 1 of 3 from 3. Titans 1 of 4 for 3. The Titans have missed their only free throw of the night.
Devin Hinton 3 of 3 from the field so far.
Leads the team in points per game, and he's showing exactly why. So effective in the post, so effective in the paint. I really like the two-man game him and Pluma had going there. A little give and take with those two to get Hinton open off glass.
It was looking nice there, and I wouldn't be surprised if Lane goes back to it.
Gerard Foreman will check into the game for the first time. The freshman from Australia. Struggled over the last few games, only averaging 3 points a game over the last 5.
You know, sometimes you wonder how these guys get out here. Redmore's from England, Foreman's from Australia. How do you end up at a community college in Eugene, Oregon?
Don't be hating on Eugene like that.
Oh, I'm not hating on it at all.
People from all over the world want to come to
No, I love Eugene, man.
Oregon, baby. Casemiro has it, feeds it to Prince. That pass was tipped away and controlled by Blodgett. Had a chance at fast break, lose it, and collects it. Blodgett all the way to the basket, can't get the roll to go. Tipped out, controlled back by the Lakers. Now they have it in space. This is Sherwood who give it to Casemiro, guarded by Foreman, drives inside, loses it. Feed tried to throw up a lob there. Wild play doesn't go, and Blodgett has it. Goes for the full court pass, intercepted by Thomas. They give it back to Casemiro, who tries to slow down and get everyone a chance to catch their breath after a fast-paced couple possessions. Prince has it, guarded by Blodgett. Spun around, ends up back in the hands of Casemiro, looking inside for back to Prince. Prince operating against San Germano, has the size difference, can't get the shot to go, collects his own rebounds, fires his outside for Sherwood for 3. A sweet touch there from Merrick Sherwood out of Utah, drains that three-pointer.
Hits it in a little fist pump there from Sherwood.
Love that energy from the Utah guy.
Yeah.
Foreman has it, hounded on the perimeter, and will draw the foul from Casemiro. It's a little too aggressive. That's the first foul of the game for the Lakers, as they have a 3-point lead 7 minutes into the game. Inbounds goes to Foreman. Don't usually see him as ball handler, but he's getting some action here in the early going. Operating off the Harbert screen, runs into trouble, gives it outside to Hinton for a wide open 3, and Devin Hinton drains it. The big man not known for his three-point shooting, but the defense sagged off just a little too much.
Hey, and Hinton yet to miss a shot. You know, he's shooting 30% from three-point land. That's not bad for the big man.
Loving what we're seeing from him early. Defense is hounding. This is Sherwood, drives all the way to the basket. Up, off glass, good, and the foul. Went over the top of San Germano. One of those bang-bang plays. You don't know if it's offensive foul, defensive foul, but the 5th foul of the game goes against the Titans.
And San Germano not happy about that. He thought he was set. And that's one of those plays where it's so hard to tell.
Just a bang-bang play underneath the basket. Sherwood a chance for a 3-point play there. Junior Leggy will check in for San Germano, who gets a chance to cool off on the bench. 3-point opportunity incoming for Sherwood, a 74% free throw shooter. And he drains that one to give the Lakers a 3-point lead. Foreman, again, the primary ball handler. Operating off the Harbert screen, will take a walk-in three-pointer and rattles that one in.
How about that? Back to a tied game. He called his own number there.
Rod Foreman saw a window and took it. Casimiro has the ball, hounded by Foreman, drives inside, nice little jump stop there, feet around, little floater, falls inside for Thomas, who's been lethal near the basket. A two-man game with Casimiro and Thomas reaping dividends.
Yeah, I love the little pass there. I love the little hook shot. Working well together.
Leggy ends up with the ball, feeds it to Blodgett, operating off the Hinton screen, spins inside, a lot of contact, can't get to go, and there is the foul call. A late whistle, a lot of contact as Blodgett will step to the charity stripe for 2 free throws.
And Blodgett being aggressive there, didn't get the shot to fall, but managed to get the 2 free throws here, and you got to think he's happy with that.
Just trying to rack up some fouls at this point. Right now, they already have 5 fouls in the period. It's only the second Laker foul. You'd like to even that margin if you're a Lane fan. First free throw rattles in to cut the margin to 1. Blodgett, a 63% free throw shooter on the season. Does not get the roll. Rebound controlled by Oryang. Feeds it to Casimiro. Going quickly here. They find Sherwood, far wing for 3. Drains it. An early three-pointer on the possession. Sherwood hits that one. Foreman has the ball, will dribble himself into another three-pointer. That one's off rim, won't go. Now Lakers have the ball up 4 in space. This is Casimiro. Gives it to Thomas. Thomas operating against Hinton. Fakes, drives, baseline, a lot of contact. Can't get the shot to fall, and Leggy tried to control the rebound and unable to collect it. This one will stay Laker ball, as we're going to get Ren Fonnesbeck check into the game for Casimiro for the Lakers. Fonnesbeck, a freshman of Utah, feeds it inside. A lot of contact as Oryang drove basket, and another foul is called against the Titans.
And Southwestern Oregon's been really aggressive going in towards the paint here. And they keep getting either fouls or buckets, you know, and it's paying dividends on the scoreboard. They are up 4, possibly more.
Titans looking for answers with their rim defense. First free throw ends up short. Oryang, the freshman out of Utah, is a 65% free throw shooter, but misses that first one. San Germano will check in as Hinton will head to the bench. And we've seen a lot of banging inside between Thomas and Hinton. It's interesting to see what defense they deploy as Hinton heads to the bench and Thomas stays in the game. Oryang hits the second free throw, makes it a 5-point lead. Oryang will promptly check out of the game as Zach Jefferson, the freshman out of Nevada, will get his first action of the night. Foreman dribbles this one up, guarded by Fonnesbeck. Will give the handoff to Blodgett. Blodgett drives paint, puts up a wild shot, gets it to go, and the foul.
And Blodgett with the and one, pushing off a little bit there and hitting that hook shot.
I thought as he put that shot up, he was just drawing a foul, but he saw the opportunity there, put the basket in to get the 3-point opportunity.
Hey, you need plays like that right now.
Blodgett already has 5 points in the game. 1 for 2 from the line in his last trip. Leaves that one short. Rebound battled around. Harbert, nice job to tip it out. Controlled by Foreman. Fires it to Leggy. Now it's Harbert for a deep 3 from the wing. That one's too strong. Leggy fighting for the rebound, and Lakers come up with it. Prince has the ball, slows it down, gives it to Sherwood, looking for Fonnesbeck. On the cut, Fonnesbeck, little floater, rims out. Had an opportunity, couldn't get to fall. Foreman dribbles this one up, 23-20 with just 10:46 left to go in the first half. Feeds it to Harbert, who gives it to Blodgett, who's been real aggressive inside. Fires it to Leggy, back into the hands of Foreman. Tries to find San Germano, but tipped out to Harbert for a wide open 3 from the corner. Catches rim, won't go. Rebound controlled by Jefferson. Jefferson guarded by San Germano, fakes right, goes left. Lost the handle and ends up directly in the hands of Blodgett with a fast break opportunity. Blodgett, underhand pass, San Germano spins his way out, kicks it to Leggy for 3, drains it. Junior Leggy for three on the fast break.
And Leggy was open, got it out to him, and a tie game here.
10 minutes in, and we are all knotted up at 23 apiece. Jefferson has the ball, gives it to Prince, finds Vonnesbeck, looking inside for Thomas. Thomas guarded by Leggy, has the size difference. Thomas drives inside, puts it up, and does not get the roll, but a late whistle is called. The 7th foul of the game. 2 free throws incoming for Thomas.
And Thomas is just huge, and he's super strong, too. He has been a menace inside so far.
The sophomore, 6'7" out of Florida, and the Titans are looking for answers. Head coach C.J. Edwards currently talking to the referees about it. 7 fouls called through 10 minutes of gameplay. That is an obscene number.
You know, he plays a lot bigger than 6'7". I think part of that is due to just how strong he is.
He has been pushing defenders off the spot every time he gets the ball.
Exactly.
We're going to take a timeout on the court here. This game's still knotted up at 23 apiece. Thomas will be getting 2 free throws. Hinton and Sherwood are the 2 game's leading scorers. Neither player has missed a shot. They both have 9. Hinton's 4 for 4 from the floor, including a 3-pointer and a rebound. Sherwood, for the Lakers, 3 for 3 on the night. 2 of those have been 3-pointers and a free throw, so those 2 players with 9. Thomas, though, sitting at 8 points on 4 of 6 shooting with 2 free throws incoming. Chance to become the game's first double-digit scorer.
You know, credit to Lane here, being able to have this game tied up when they've committed 7 fouls compared to 3 fouls. And I think that just says to just how well Lane's shooting today.
Shooting very well so far. Thomas's first free throw goes in. Thomas, a 53% free throw shooter. He does lead the team in points per game, rebounds per game, and minutes per game. He's also the only player on this Laker roster to have started every game that he has appeared in.
You know, let's just say I'm not surprised he leads the team in minutes and rebounds and points per game.
I mean, we're seeing the effects of it just through 10 minutes of gameplay. Referees are conferring. Looks like there was a spot with some blood on Thomas's face, which caused a stoppage in play. Looks like his mouth was bleeding. He needed to go towel that off. The starting lineup has been a rotation for these Lakers. Of the 12 players who have appeared in a game this season, 11 have started at least one of those games.
Wow.
Starting lineup has been a rotation, but like I said, Thomas, the only player to have started every game he's appeared in. Merrick Sherwood does lead the team in starts, though. Second free throw up and good to give the Lakers a 2-point lead. Inbounds goes to Foreman. This clock ticks inside 10 of the first half. Harbert the action with Leggy on the left wing. Leggy drives inside and kicks it outside of Foreman. 2-man game. Back into the hands of Leggy. Will pull up for another 3. Too strong, won't go. Sandramano fighting for the rebound. Harbert comes up with it. Look, turnaround floater is good. Offensive rebound, reaping dividends for the Titans.
Just like the women's team, the men's team feasting off offensive rebounds there.
Vonnesbeck drives baseline, runs out of room, kicks it to the far corner for 3. Won't go, but a foul is called on the 3-point attempt. A backbreaker. Logan Prince went up for it. It looks like
he high-fived him a little bit there.
Junior Leggy is a little too aggressive on the closeout. It's an unforced error as the 3-pointer was off the mark, but 3 free throws incoming.
It's like he wanted to go up and shake the guy's hand.
Logan Prince steps to the free throw line, a 69% free throw shooter. Hits his first. That's Prince's first point of the night. Hits both of those. Will Poole will check back into the game as Junior Leggy heads to the bench.
And Prince, a 69% free throw shooter.
Hits all 3 of them to give the Lakers a 3-point lead. Foreman has the ball, guarded by Ian Smith, who's seen his first action of the night. Pluma back in control. Feeds it to Blodgett at the wing, finds Harbert, who thought 3, back to Blodgett, 17 on the shot clock, resets with Pluma. Perimeter passing continues, Blodgett sees a lane, but stymied, kicks it back out to Harbert, 9 on the shot clock, looking for options, Blodgett, and he drains it from the wing. That possession looked like it was going nowhere, but Kai Blodgett bails them out with a 3-pointer.
And Blodgett now leading the game in scoring with 11. He's had a great game so far.
Ball is stripped away, Pluma comes up with it in space, Pluma drives basket. puts up a wild shot, can't get to go, rebound is fought for, Pluma comes up with it, and we're going to get a held ball underneath the basket. Possession arrow is pointing towards Lane.
And Pluma missing the shot there, but getting his own rebound.
Fighting underneath the basket, Foreman will inbound underneath the Southwestern Oregon basket. Bounce pass inside to San Germano operating. We've seen him work a little bit in the post. Little turnaround jumper there is good. San Germano doesn't just shoot three, he's also effective in the post. Fonisbeck passes it, swung around, ends up in the hands of Prince. Feeds it to Thomas, now guarded by San Germano, has the size difference. Triple team, kicks it out to Fonisbeck. Fonisbeck without three, kicks it to the far corner. Jefferson for three. That one won't go. Rebound tipped out, last touch by Foreman. This one will stay with the Lakers. Because of the size difference, Logan, you saw as soon as Thomas touched the ball, three white jerseys collapsed on him.
Well, they're really trying to shut him down after he's been so great early. He already has 10 points on 4 of 6 shooting. And I do want to make a small correction. I said Blodgett had 11. He has 8. Excuse me.
Still been so effective with what we've seen, though. I really like the offense we've seen from Blodgett. Jefferson inbounds, kicks to Fonisbeck. Receives it again, guarded by Pluma, looking for Jefferson against San Germano. Jefferson drives baseline all the way up, off glass, can't get to go. Pluma, the rebound. Lane has a 2-point lead. Titans have it, swings to San Germano, who fake three, who drive inside, guarded by Fonisbeck, kicks out to Harbert. Harbert kicks it to Pluma, far side, corner three, it's good. Well, Pluma gives the Titans a 5-point lead.
Lane's hoping Pluma can recapture that magic of that great 4 or 5 game stretch he had earlier in the year.
It's a 5-game heater in January. It looks like a turnover. That pass was fired into the stands. And a timeout will be called. 7:31 left to go in the period. 33-28 is the margin. Just like you were saying, though, Will Pluma trying to regain some of that magic. To repeat those numbers, which are insane, that 5-game stretch in January, 18.2 points on 55% from the field, 56% from three. He was out shooting himself from 3-point distance. Again, the last 2 games, though, 8 points a game, 26% field goal percentage, 18% 3-point percentage. He is 1 for 2 on the night so far
1 for 2
from
from
distance.
3. Yeah.
1 for 4 on the night with his 3 points. Devin Hinton, the team's leading scorer with 9 points. The game's sole double-digit scorer is on O.J. Thomas with 10 points on 4 of 6 shooting. Lane retakes the court. Still no Devin Hinton. He's been on the bench for a pretty considerable stretch of time.
Another thing I will say, Ono J. Thomas out of the game right now.
There's going to be some key minutes for Lane. They already have a 5-point lead, trying to build on that. Harbert has the ball. They feed it to Pluma, who has the mismatch that he wants. Drives inside, gives it to San Germano in the post. Has the size difference, puts his defender on the ground, but draws a foul in the process. San Germano had the size difference over Joseph Shulkins.
I agree with the ref there. That did look like a little bit of a flop to me.
Yeah, a technical free throw incoming for Will Pluma. He missed his first. You saw the coaching staff yelling to the players to give it to Pluma, who was guarded by Ian Smith. They like that matchup. Smith just 5'10". Pluma 6'2", and then the feed went to San Germano, who it's the second possession we've seen him operating in the post. Lead up to 6 after Pluma hits the free throw.
And they're giving that free throw to Pluma because he's shooting nearly 85% on the year.
The bounce pass towards Harbert, misdirected towards San Germano, and Lakers come up with it. Casimiro back in the game, has it, feeds it to Fonisbeck. Fonisbeck kicks it to Jefferson in the corner, guarded by Foreman. Jefferson, spin move inside. Shot won't go, rebound controlled by Pluma.
Some great defense from Lane there.
Serious intensity on both sides of the court here. Pluma has the matchup and gives it to San Germano, guarded by Fonisbeck. Now Blodgett operating in the paint, a little spin move, turnaround jumper, leaves it short, controlled by Oryang. Gives it to Casimiro. Casimiro goes behind the back, guarded by Pluma. Drives basket, runs out of options, but gets it to go anywhere. I thought he was running out of space there, but put up a wild shot and got it to go.
And credit to Pluma, he played great defense there. He did everything he could.
Just a better shot on a great defense. Now it's Pluma with the ball, working with San Germano, and an offensive foul is called. San Germano's cleared out. Ian Smith in the process. San Germano still in disbelief. Devin Hinton set to check in return for San Germano. Offensive foul results in the turnover. The lead is down to 4. Ian Smith inbounds and gives it to Casimiro. Fires it to Thomas, who's back into the game. Two-man game with Casimiro. Kicks it out to Oryang. Oryang left a defender on the ground, and now Thomas operating the paint. Kicks it to Casimiro. Wide open for 3. Can't get to go. Rebound fought for and controlled by Pluma, who threw it off the back of Blodgett. Ends up in the hands of the Lakers. Sherwood for 3. That one's too strong. Rebound almost controlled by Pluma. Kicked out to Smith. Casimiro back to Smith. Now Thomas has the ball, guarded by Hinton, to check back into the game. Thomas takes a pull-up jumper. Rebound up in the air, controlled by Blodgett, and a foul is called against Ian Smith. That was 5'10" sophomore fighting for those rebounds.
The right call there. He had some hands that I'm surprised didn't hit him in the face. It was really close there.
I will say, I think every time that Thomas takes a pull-up two-point jumper, I think the Titans are regarding that one as a win.
I would absolutely agree. Their whole game plan right now is to not let him into the paint.
Blodgett kicks it to Harbert in the corner for 3. Too strong. Rebound controlled by Hinton. Leads the team in rebounds for a reason as he collected the offensive rebound, operating against Thomas in the post. 15 on the shot clock. Gives it to Harbert. No man's land, and fires out to Pluma, who resets the offense with 8 on the shot clock. Pluma operating off the Hinton screen, runs out of options, gives it to Foreman, who pull up for 3. Leaves that one short. Rebound controlled by Oryang. Through pass goes to Casimiro, who sees a lane, drives basket, swatted away, but a foul is called against Foreman.
Ooh, that looked like mostly ball. Maybe there was some body-to-body contact that we weren't able to see there.
10th foul of the game for Lane. Through just 15 minutes of play, Casimiro will step to the line.
And you know that's something that they're going to talk about in the locker room at halftime in about 5 minutes here, is those fouls.
Casimiro has 2 points on the night. Has not shot a free throw yet. Referees conferring about substitutions as Javon Blackmore will check into the game for Foreman. Fondesbeck will go in for Smith for the Lakers. Casimiro's first free throw is good. 71% free throw shooter on the year. Cuts the lead to 3 with 5 minutes left to go. And the second one rattles in, lead down to 1 possession. So 2-point basket is the difference. But the Titans have the ball with the lead. Blackmore back into the game. Brings this one up the court. Gives it to Pluma. Founded by Fondesbeck off the Hinton screen. Pluma will take a sidestep 2-pointer. Off rim, won't go. Rebound controlled by Sherwood. Sherwood will bring this one up. Looking for Thomas. Thomas goes basket up off glass and good. A physical move there. Looked like he ran out of real estate, but just fighting with Hinton under the basket.
Yeah, he got that inside positioning that he's been fighting for, and he took advantage of it.
Pluma gives it to Harbert. Looking for Blackmore out the wing. Now back to Hinton. Blodgett has it, working with Hinton. Blodgett will drive basket, swatted away, but controlled by Hinton with a putback is good. Great fall through by Devin Hinton. Casimiro has it. They find who else but Thomas. Thomas finds the cutting man all the way to the basket. Goes Oryang.
Oh my, what a heads-up pass right there from Thomas.
Just a touch pass. The ball was out of his hands almost as soon as he received it. This game is all tied up.
Pretty.
Blackmore has it, gives it to Harbert, who thought 3, and kicks out to Pluma, wide open for 3. And Pluma drains it. 2 3-pointers. Number 23 gives the Titans a 3-point lead.
And Pluma now 2 of 3 from range tonight, but only 2 of 6 overall.
Fondesbeck cannot handle the pass. This one goes out of bounds, a turnover. We're going to see Davey Burdett check into the game, but the timeout comes first, a 3-point lead for the Titans. And again, we talked about this again throughout the games, throughout the women's game, blindfolded without seeing the score. It almost feels like the Lakers are up because of how well their offense has been playing, but the Titans have been fighting every possession, and they have a 3-point lead.
You know, and I think a lot of that is due, I was going to say to the 3-point shooting, but that doesn't even look like the case, as Southwestern Oregon's hit more of them.
No, you're absolutely right. At 3-point shooting, the Titans are 7 of 16, and
yeah,
the
my
Lakers
stats
are
haven't
3 of 18.
updated.
Yeah, all good. It's you're absolutely right that the 7 of 16 3-point shooting for the Titans is the difference. As Lakers only hit 3 in the night on 8 attempts. And the efficiency with which the Titans are shooting the field goals is they're 15 of 30, so for 50%. They've been shooting the ball so efficiently that they're able to have a 3-point lead despite some highlight reel plays from the Lakers.
You know, part of this is the turnover differential is +3 in the favor of Lane, as well as offensive rebounds. I think that was key in the women's game, also becoming a key in the men's game is they're out offensive rebounding at 6-2.
Yeah, that +4, buying yourself extra shots, and when you're shooting so efficiently, giving yourselves points on the board. Players back on the court. Davy Burdett into the game for the first time in replacement of Javon Blackmore. Burdett can be a flamethrower off the bench himself. He had a hot 4-game stretch in January where he scored 22, 17, 14, and 10. Has cooled down since. Burdett now controlling, looking for Hinton inside, guarded by Thomas. Kicks out to Pluma. Pluma drives elbow, runs out of space, gives it to Burdett. 17 on the shot clock. Burdett resets. They go right this time with Blodgett. Now back to Hinton. Gives it to Pluma, who thought 3, but works with Hinton on the 2-man screen. Pluma sees a lane up off glass, and a foul will be called. They also want the goaltend as Thomas swatted that one off glass.
It's going to be close, and the refs are going to talk about it. I think this could go either way.
The foul will be called regardless on the shot.
And they're going to say it was a block. Well, not a block, but not a goaltend.
Not a goaltend, so the basket will not count. Pluma will get 2 free throws here. He leaves that first one short. A back-and-forth game continues. Pluma hits the second one. Back-and-forth game where the Titans have a 4-point lead with just 3:20 left to go in the half. They've committed 10 fouls. It's been a physical game on both sides of the court. Now Lakers with a chance to cut into it. It's a 2-man game with Casemiro and Thomas. So we see this over and over again. Casemiro almost lost it. Finds Fonz back on the corner for 3. Leaves that one short. Rebound controlled by Hinton. Gives it to Burdett in space. Slows it down. Loses the ball, and Aurier comes up with it, but a foul is called. He can't believe it. He thought he had a clean steal there and a fast break developing, but a foul is called against Aurier.
Yeah, Aurier not happy there. He really thought he had that clean.
Arbor to inbound. Blackmore will check into the game. Pluma heads to the bench.
It's been an up and down game for Pluma. The highs have been high, but the lows have been somewhat low.
Blackmore gives it to Harbert. It's a 2-man game. Harbert had a lane, drives inside, puts up the short floater, and gets the bounce.
Rolling around the toilet bowl.
And just hung there for an eternity, but gets the roll. Leads back up to 6. Vonnesbeck has it, looking for Casemiro, guarded by Burdett. Casemiro loses the handle, but a foul is called. Burdett thought he had a clean steal, and now it's the Titans' turn to complain about their own call.
And I think that one was based off a little more body contact there rather than hand contact when it came to the steal.
Casemiro will step to the line. Misses that first one. They did call that shot in the shooting motion, so he will get 2 here. Rattles the second one out and goes 0 for 2 on the trip. Burdett has it. 2:26 left to go in the half. Gives it to Hinton, looking for Blodgett. Blodgett has it with some space. Kick back out to Blackmore, 2-man game. Burdett with a deep 3. Too strong, won't go. Controlled by Sherwood, who finds Casemiro with a full head of steam. Gives it to Aurier. Aurier drives himself under the basket, gives it to Thomas, back to Casemiro. Now it's back in the hands of Thomas, operating in the wing, working against Hinton. Spin move inside. Here's the matchup. Oh, fadeaway jumper. Can't get the roll, but rebound controlled by Aurier. Tipped away by Blodgett, and Hinton comes up with it.
That goes back to the same thing. Anytime Thomas takes a jumper, it is a victory for Lane.
A timeout is called. Also in that same possession, there was a moment there where Thomas was guarded by Davy Burdett, who's only 6'2", but Thomas didn't see the matchup, kicked it out to Casemiro, and by the time they reset the offense, Hinton was back on the matchup, and like you said, anytime you take a 2-point jumper, the Titans are happy with it.
Hey, talking about playing bigger than your size.
Burdett forcing the kick out. Timeout here in the court, a minute 46 left to go in the half, and Titans are up 6 points. It's been a back-and-forth game, but the Titans have managed to establish some control at the back end of the first half here as they've been kind kind of floating with that 6-point lead. Got tied up, were able to build the lead out again. Now looking to extend it in the last 100 seconds or so.
And credit to the Titans, they've been working on cleaning up those fouls, and I really think they have towards the end here. They had that foul somewhat recently, but besides that, it's been a lot cleaner than it was early.
The sole foul of the last few minutes has been that Burdett foul. Titans to inbound. Harbert past the midcourt line in front of the Laker bench. Gives it to Blackmore. Guarded by Aurier. Drives right. Gives it to Harbert. Offense moving slowly here. Now it's to Burdett, who thought three. Kicks it back to Blackmore. Two-man game. Burdett open for three. Leaves that one short. Almost collects his own rebound. And that one last touched by the Laker. It was Sherwood the last touch as he fell down and able to collect the rebound. So Titans a chance to reset. Harbert to inbound. Finds Burdett in the wing, guarded by Aurier. And Burdett traveled that one. A little shot fake, and he dragged his foot in the process.
That's a really close one to call. I thought he had that pivot foot down, but referee saw it a little different. To be fair, the referee's a lot closer than we are.
That is very fair. Burdett checks out. Pluma checks back in. Casemiro has the ball. Drives all the way past the defense. Up, off glass, and good. Casemiro saw an opening and took it.
Ooh, like Speedy Gonzalez out there.
The speed of Casemiro. Blackmore loses the ball. He's on the ground. Fires it directly to Casemiro, who now has the ball in space. Loses the handle. Regains it. Working against the double team. Trying to get rid of it. Fires it to Aurier. Aurier sees an avenue to the basket. Puts it off the glass and in. Lead is cut down to 2 just like that. 50 seconds left in the half, and Blackmore slows down the offense.
Ooh, you don't want to see that if you're Lane. You really want to end this half up by a decent amount.
Gives it to Pluma. Harbert, the bounce pass to Hinton. Up, off glass, and good. Nice ball movement there to get a wide open shot for Devin Hinton.
Hey, anytime you're getting a wide open shot at the rim, you know you did something right on offense.
Casemiro will take this slowly, but a 3-second difference between game clock and shot clock. They're trying to get the last possession here, guarded by Pluma. Two-man game with Thomas developing. 12 on the shot clock. Casemiro sees a lane, drives the basket, loses the handle, swatted away by Kai Blodgett. Quick three-pointer, off glass, no good. 7 seconds to the clock. Blodgett has it in space, drives, basket, up, off glass, and gets the roll.
How about that from Blodgett?
Swats the shot, gets back, and puts it in to give Lane a 6-point lead at halftime.
Wow, what an ending to this first half. You're not going to want to go anywhere.
You said that they wanted to end the half on a run, and they do. Back-to-back baskets, including a swat shot away. Kai Blodgett getting it done on defense, gets back on offense. We're going to take a break here at halftime. In 14 minutes, we'll come back on this stream for the second half of action. The Lane Titans leading 46-40 here on the Lane live stream. Welcome back here on the Lane live stream. We are seconds away from the tip-off of the second half. Lane leads the visiting Lakers 46-40. This will be a back-and-forth game between Lane and Southwestern Oregon Community College, but Lane was able to build a couple possession lead there in the little second part of the first half, and able to hold on to it after an electric end of first half sequence with a Kai Blodgett swat, and then Kai Blodgett finished at the rim to give him that 2-possession lead. Casimiro has the ball looking for Thomas, who started off the game so well, but it slowed down, swung back into the hands of Thomas after touching a couple other hands. Thomas operating against Sandramano. Sandramano comes away with the steal. The size difference means nothing to him. He comes away with it, dribbles it up the court, looking at the rim, drives inside, gives it to Hinton, who kicks it all the way back out to Blackmore, who slows down the offense with 20 on the shot clock. Working with a Harbert screen, Blackmore.
Sandramano's got a ton of room on the outside there.
They're going to be looking for that. Hinton drove inside, ran out of options, and traveled. You were right. Sandramano had a lot of space there if they could get the ball to him.
Hey, credit on defense to Sandramano there. He's only 6'2", going up against a guy who's 6'7", and super strong. The fact that he was able to stop him, hey, that says a lot about him.
Great defensive play there. Casimiro guarded by Pluma, lost him, but then carried in the process, and a turnover here for the Lakers.
Lane catching a break there.
Yes, Pluma kind of got lost on defense. Looks like Casimiro had a lane, but unable to take advantage. Blackmore has the ball, drives, rim, up, off glass, and good. Blackmore taking it the whole way. Oryang now taking the ball up the court, guarded by Sandramano. Oryang is for his primary ball handling duty. Gives it to a man in the corner, feeds it inside. Thomas operating against Hinton, kicks it far corner. Three-pointer up, off rim, and no good. That was Sherwood on the shot attempt. Blackmore with an 8-point lead. Works off the Hinton screen, drives inside, runs into red jerseys, bounce pass to Hinton, up off glass, and good over the outstretched arms of Thomas.
Hey, that was a great screen and a nice little pick and roll there, catching him off guard.
And the Titans force an early timeout here as they have expanded lead to the first double-digit lead of the game.
And credit to Lane here. They've come out hot so far in this second half.
And a great two-man game there with Blackmore and Hinton. Hinton's now the game's leading scorer with 15 points on the night. He is still perfect. 7 of 7 from the field, including a three-pointer, plus 5 rebounds. A perfect night for Devin Hinton.
Hey, sometimes when you're on, you're on.
And he is feeling it. The only other double-digit score for the Titans is Kai Blodgett, who has 10 points. On the other side of the court, Jay Thomas is their team's leading scorer. The only double-digit score with 12 points. Merrick Sherwood had a real hot start, 3 for 3 from the field. He has not made a shot since. He has 9 points on the game. After the timeout, both teams retake the court. Starting lineup in the game for the Titans. And Oryang to inbound for the Lakers. 50-40 is the margin. 18:36 left to go in the game. Oryang gives it to Casimiro. Working against the three-quarter court pressure. Casimiro takes this one up. Working with the Thomas screen, the two-man game. Finds Oryang, cutting basket, slams it home. Oryang drifting along the baseline, no defender with him. Puts that one in for an emphatic 2 points.
Yeah, there was just no defender there, and he just said, I'll slam it, why not?
Blackmore kicks it out to Pluma. Pluma trying to get some space to work against Shulkins. Feeds it to Hinton, guarded by Thomas along the baseline. Hinton trying to back him down, drives paint, spins back inside. What a move there. Devin Hinton puts it off the glass and good.
Wow, he made a fool out of Thomas there.
Casimiro working against a 10-point lead with the Thomas screen, drives left, and a foul is called away from the ball. Waiting to see the call. They're going to get Blackmore for a foul away from the ball. First foul of the game. Lane opens this second half on a 6-2 run. The only points for the Lakers have been cut off that Oryang dunk. Casimiro looking to get rid of it. Finds Thomas, cutting basket. Can't get the shot to fall, but a foul is called on Hinton. A little too physical there inside. 2 free throws coming for Thomas, who again started out so hot in the game and has cooled down a bit. The first 6 points of the game were scored by Thomas. He has 12 in the night and 5 of 9 shooting.
You know, one thing to say there, that's Thomas's first time really getting back into the paint in a little bit. And credit to Lane, that's been all Lane keeping him out.
He's settled for jumpers, and the defense has done a great job keeping him out of the paint. Hits that first free throw and rims out the second one. Rebound controlled by Blackmore. Orchestrating the offense, works off the double screen, kicks it out to Harbert. Good space for three, but leaves that one way short. That might have been tipped by Oryang. Hinton arguing the call, but this one will be Laker ball. Casimiro to inbound. Feeds it to Oryang, who's been the primary ball handler here in the second half for the Lakers. Oryang working against Harbert, or San Germano, excuse me. Kicks around, ends up back of the hands of Casimiro in the wing with Pluma guarding. Sherwood kicks it over, back in the hands, and now swung into Thomas working against Hinton. This is the matchup that was so big early in the game. Thomas drives all the way in, fires a pass, but intercepted by Harbert.
Great heads-up steal right there from Harbert.
Harbert loses the defender, kicks it over to the far side for Pluma, who sees space for three, puts it up, too strong, won't go, and Oryang has the ball in space. Working against Blackmore, Oryang drives inside, puts it on the floor, can't get it to go. Had a shot point blank there, and San Germano comes up with the rebound.
There was nobody in front of him. He just flat out missed it.
Gives it to Blackmore. It's almost like Oryang expected the contact, and when it wasn't there,
exactly,
shot was off. Hinton two-man game with Blackmore. Now Blackmore has it. Drives, paint, spin move back inside, a little feed to Hinton off glass and good. What a move there from Blackmore.
That was a great little pass, and Devin Hinton has still yet to miss.
Crafty move by Blackmore to get the defense in the air. Now Casimiro, chance to respond, spins inside, will take the short jumper and gets that to go as he left Pluma flying in the wrong direction.
And Pluma, a very aggressive player, that time not working out for him.
9-point lead, Titans have the ball. Blackmore has it, working off the Hinton screen. Sees space, will take a three-pointer and drains it. Javon Blackmore, they left a little too much airspace in front of him, and he makes him pay for it.
And Blackmore hitting his second shot of the game. He is now 2 for 2, and that is his first three.
A 12-point lead is the largest margin of any for either team tonight. Thomas has the ball, working against Hinton. Blackmore threatens a double team, but Thomas feeds inside, tries to put the pass inside, and Blackmore comes up with it. The pass was a little off target, and Blackmore jumps on it.
Lane yet again containing Thomas. Thomas looking tired out there.
They've been punishing him, and he's been unable to take advantage of those opportunities. Blackmore has the ball, drives basket, kicks it outside for a wide-open three for San Germano. Leaves it short. Casimiro comes up with a rebound. Oryang's all the way down the court. Oryang puts it up and in. Blackmore tried to go for the steal, couldn't get there in time.
You're just happy you didn't give an and one there.
Blackmore working with Hinton. We've seen this same play over and over again in this half. Blackmore feeling it, will take another three, rattles in and out.
Hey, he got a wide open look, though. That's why they keep going to it.
Sherwood has the ball, gives it to Oryang, top of the three-point line, guarded by San Germano, kicked out. Quick three-pointer here for the Lakers. That won't go. That was Shulkins on the attempt. San Germano has the ball, trying to work quickly here, shakes off Sherwood, drives, gives it to Pluma, who kicks it back out to Blackmore, who slows down the offense. A 10-point lead, 14:36 left to go in the game. Harbert has it, top three-point line, finds Blackmore, who gives it to Hinton. Back to San Germano. Two-man game with Hinton working against Thomas. They're banging inside. Hinton, little fadeaway jumper blocked away by Thomas, but San Germano comes up with it, misses a point-blank free throw, a layup, excuse me. He can't believe he missed that one, and a technical foul on Riley San Germano. San Germano missed the point-blank layup, laid on the ground and slapped the floor, and San Germano's been hot a couple times tonight, and the referee, that might have been one of those cumulative calls where it wasn't necessarily the action, but a cumulative of multiple actions that results in a technical foul on Riley San Germano. A timeout will be called in the court. Lead is still 10, though, so you got to be feeling good about that if you're Lane. And the real story is Devin Hinton missed his first shot of the night, and it's 14 minutes left to go in the game.
You know, Hinton's been it's been a lot more of a finesse game working with the offense. There he tried to be physical with Thomas. He was probably feeling really good. He said, I can get whatever I want. Thomas may be tired, but he's still really strong and wasn't able to get quite the amount of space that he thought he was going to be able to get.
Yeah, couldn't get the space, which led to the block shot. 14-14 left to go in the game. Lead is 10. Devin Hinton's up to 19 points on the night of 9 of 10 shooting.
And I think a lot of that was just overall frustration from San Germano. Just
Yeah, a couple
hasn't
foul
been as
calls.
nice.
Yeah, a couple foul calls have gone the wrong way with him. He's 1 for 4 in the night, 0 for 2 from 3, but has also chipped in 3 rebounds, 3 assists, been really effective on defense, including a really nice play against Thomas in the post there earlier this half.
And he'll take a seat for now, probably to cool off a little bit. You don't want to get that second technical.
Foreman will check into the game for him. Blodgett also in the game. Blackmore head to the bench. Technical foul will be taken by Joseph Shulkins, the sophomore out of Idaho. A seasoned 71% free throw shooter. And he makes that one. Second free throw incoming. And that one rattles in as well. Cuts the lead down to 8. Yang will be the inbounder. Casimiro receives the inbound. Gentle pressure in the backcourt by Pluma and Blodgett. Gives it to Sherwood, working off the screen, and gives it to Yang. Swung back around to Casimiro. In the hands of Maho, who's seen his first actions of the game. Now it's Shulkins with the ball, finds Sherwood in the corner for 3, and that one rattles out. Rebound up in the air, still in the air, tipped around and controlled by Casimiro. Great effort there inside by Maho, the 6'5" freshman out of Utah. Ends up in the hands of Yang, who drives basket and puts that in. Foreman, and a handoff to Pluma, swung around and ends up with Harbert. Gives it to Blodgett and reset with Foreman, working with the Hinton screen. Foreman drives a little bounce pass inside to Hinton, who gets the roll to go. Devin Hinton's feeling it tonight.
He is up to 21. He has only missed 1 shot.
Casimiro working against an 8-point lead, gives it to Sherwood, feeds it to Shulkins. Looking inside for Maho, guarded by Hinton, kicked out. They left Shulkins wide open for 3, but he can't get that one to go. Rebound controlled by Hinton, who gives it to Pluma.
And there was a little breakdown the defense there, and wide open look from Southwestern.
Pluma drives all the way in, gives it to Harbert, who feeds it inside to Blodgett, spinning it against the defense inside, gets the roll to go. Kai Blodgett having himself a game.
Hey, the post moves have been looking nice for Lane here.
Will Pluma come into the foul on the inbounds pass. A little too aggressive against Casimiro. Left Casimiro on the ground. Words exchanges. Will Pluma was a little forceful, helping Casimiro get up from the floor on that off that foul. A shake of hands to calm things down, and now Yang to inbound. That's the 4th foul of the half. All 4 of those fouls have been committed by Lane. Similar story to what we saw in the first half. A lot of fouls going against Lane. They're hyper-physical on defense, and referees are seeing it and calling it. Casimiro swings around to Shulkins, guarded by Foreman. Looking for Maho inside, who's going against Ledgy. Has the size difference. Maho spins inside, puts up the shot, and that one rattles in. Julian Maho, first action of the second half, and gets his first bucket of the game.
And he just got the positioning he wanted.
Harbert, 2-man game, ends up with Blodgett, feeds it outside to Pluma, who resets the offense. Working with Ledgy, the handoff 2. And then back to Pluma, guarded by Shulkins. Rejects the screen, goes basket, up, off glass, gets the roll, and 1 for Will Pluma.
And Pluma found a little bit of space on the inside there, decided to try to take advantage, and he did.
Attacked the basket, drew the contact, and able to get the shot to go. Jefferson and Prince will check in. Sherwood and Shulkins will check out for the Lakers.
And the quickness right there, paying dividends.
Pluma, a chance for a 3-point play. Missed a couple free throws throughout the game, but gets that one to go. Pluma now up to 9 points on the game. Inefficient from the field, but getting things done when he can. Casimiro has a little jump stop shot up off Ledgy, through the contact, gets it to go. Casimiro returns to the 3-point favor. He'll head to the line, trying to cut this one down to 8.
You know, I disagree with you. Pluma actually hasn't been too bad from the field. He's only 3 of 8, but he's also 2 of 4 from 3.
That is fair. The 3-pointers really have improved the point total for him as he'll head to the bench, or excuse me, not to the bench, but merely to talk to head coach C.J. Edwards. He's also made some great decisions with the ball, been really effective on defense, and has made his impact felt on both ends of the court. Casemiro on the line. Casemiro's 10 points. He's 2 for 4 from the line throughout the night. Missed that one. 2 for 2 for 5. Inbounds ends up in the hands of Foreman, guarded by Oryang. The lead is still 9 with 11:47 left to go in the game. Now Harbert has it, feeds it to Blodgett. Back to Foreman, who calls a timeout, didn't like what he saw, and we'll take a short timeout here. Lead is still 9 to start of the half at 6, so these teams feel like they're trading blows, but the Lakers have been unable to gain any sort of traction, unable to string together stops and scores.
And I think that's credit to Lane just playing within their system. They're playing really well with the ball, and they're moving the ball extremely well. And it's been a lot of paint shots. You know, in the first half there, it was all about that three-point shooting. In the second half, it's been about what they've been able to do in the paint.
And it's been really fun to watch their offense. They've had some great action inside. They've been able to feed Devin Hinton, who is the story of this game. He has 21 points in the night on 10 of 11 shooting. He took a rare three-pointer and hit it. 6 rebounds, a double-double watch for him, but he's been playing out of his mind tonight.
Hey, but let's not forget about Kai Blodgett, who also has 12 points on 5 of 8 shooting, and he's been doing everything all over the court.
And they've been letting him run some of the offense as well, giving him the ball in space, top of the three-point line, and kind of let stuff happen around him. It's been really fun to watch that. Sandro Mano back in the game, and he'll inbound this one, give it to Foreman, guarded by Oryang. And this is Blodgett top of the three-point line, finds Pluma, kicks it to Harbor, who thought three in the corner, feeds it to Sandro Mano in the post. Back outside to Pluma, who'll take a corner three and drains it. Will Pluma, 3 threes on the night.
Nothing but net.
A sweet shot there from Will Pluma in the far corner. Leads back up to 12, 11 minutes left to go in the game. Jefferson now in for the Lakers, gives it to Casemiro, lost it, regained it, and then feeds it to Prince. Inside to Maho, who's working against Sandro Mano, can't get anything going, tries to feed it to Oryang, lost the ball, regained it, and Oryang will get a wide open lay-in there.
And Oryang now 7 of 8 from the field.
Really efficient night from him, including a couple great dunks earlier in the game. A quick three-pointer from Pluma. Off rim won't go as a real heat check moment. Jefferson unhappy as he fell down, slaps the floor, but on the other end of the court, Leggy, as Oryang will drive this one all the way in, unable to get it to go, and whistle will be blown. A lot of action closest to us as Jefferson was on the floor, slapped the floor. That was the same action that got Sandro Mano the technical earlier. It looks like that's what the bench was trying to tell the referees. On the other end, the ball was out of bounds, off of the Lakers, so the Titans will inbound.
And, you know, that really goes to show that Sandro Mano technical earlier was due to a buildup of things rather than the singular action, like you said.
Kai Blodgett has it in the wing, will drive inside, kick it to the far side for Sandro Mano, gives it back to Blodgett. Double team, so he'll feed it cross side to Harbert. Back to Foreman, 12 on the shot clock. Blodgett has it, back to Harbert. Inside to Hinton. Thought about the face-up two, but instead far side, Sandro Mano for 3. Catches rim, won't go. Rebound tipped back by Casemiro and controlled by Oryang.
And he was very closely guarded there by Jefferson.
Feeds it over. This is Prince with the ball. Prince drives baseline, runs out of space, puts up a wild shot, but it's still good. Up and off glass for Prince. Inbound was almost tipped away by Jefferson, but able to control his Foreman behind the back. Look, feed to Hinton, up off glass, but he missed a point-blank shot. Hinton able to collect the rebound, up off glass, and the foul. It's good for Devin Hinton.
Everything's going his way tonight. He misses one. Hey, I'll just get my own offensive rebound and put it back up and in. And one.
And one opportunity to lead back to 10. Free throw incoming. A timeout on the court will be called, but Devin Hinton's up to 23 points on the night on 11 of 13 shooting with a free throw incoming.
I've been extremely impressed with him tonight. He's played so hard. He's made his own offense. He's played within the offense. He's been doing everything asked of him by Coach C.J. Edwards.
And the offense has been working really well. They're up to 69 points on the game. They only average 77.9, so with 10 minutes left to go, they have a chance, or 9:45 left to go, they certainly have a chance to raise that average a bit. Hinton has scored double digits for 4 straight games. And looking back over his season, 23 points is a season high for him, having only scored 22 in 2 previous games. So he's literally having a season-high night off ridiculously efficient shooting. Normally when someone breaks their season high, you're thinking, okay, they're putting up a lot of shots, they're just touching the ball a lot, but he's been ruthlessly efficient with the ball.
He's only put up 13 shots. He hasn't even taken a free throw yet. This will be his first free throw of the game.
First free throw of the game. On the other end of the court, Oryang is up to the highest scoring Laker of the game with 15 points on 7 of 9 shooting, so a really nice night for him. And I think the name that we haven't been saying a lot this half, Onoje Thomas. Haven't heard much from him, hasn't seen the court much. He'll jog out here after getting a rest on the bench. You mentioned he looked tired, so he got a good break on the bench, but they're going to be looking to get him going as well.
And you know, Devin Hinton, his main matchup has been Thomas on both offense and defense. So tons of credit to him for being able to contain Thomas for this second half and that later part of that first half.
Arguably each team's respective best players. Hinton will miss that free throw to keep the lead at 10. That matchup has been so much fun to watch. Fonnesbeck back in the game and handling the ball here, guarded by Blackmore, who also checked in. Gives it to Prince, guarded by San Germano. Prince spins inside, but stripped away from San Germano. That's not the first time we've seen that tonight.
And San Germano picking his pocket.
Blackmore will drive all the way to the basket, gets past the defense, but misses a shot. Hinton tried to tip it, but it's controlled by Fonnesbeck. 9 minutes left to go in the game. Prince has it in the wing, feeds it to Fonnesbeck, guarded by Blodgett. Drives inside, kicks it out to the corner. That's Smith who drove inside, runs out of space, back outside of the corner for a wide open three for Fonnesbeck, who drains it. Looks like the defense just lost him in the corner.
Yeah, they just lost him. And you can't really lose you shouldn't lose a 43% three-point shooter.
Blackmore has it. It's swung around and ends up in the hands of San Germano, who resets with Blackmore, working with the Hinton screen. Blackmore spin move inside. A sweet little floater there to get that one to go. Leads back to 9.
And this time he finishes it off.
Fonnesbeck has it, gives it to Jefferson. Looking to get rid of it and swung all the way far side to Prince. They give it to Thomas. Working against Hinton inside, fighting. Spin move, runs out of space, puts up the shot, rims out. Thomas can't believe he missed that one.
And Hinton, relentless there, not giving him any space.
He looked like he wanted to take that floater several steps closer, but couldn't get closer to the basket. Now the Titans a chance to rebuild a 10-point lead. Foreman will drive baseline and draw the foul from Jefferson in the process. Titans to inbound underneath the Southwestern Oregon basket. Blackmore, the inbounder, gives it to Hinton top of the three-point line. Finds San Germano looking to get rid of it, gives it back to Blackmore. Feeds it out. San Germano thought 3, but instead gives it up. Blackmore resets with 10 on the shot clock. Blackmore working against Hinton, working with Hinton, finds Blodgett, drives paint, loses the handle, Fonnesbeck comes up with it.
And that sucks because Hinton had the matchup he wanted down low.
Jefferson working against Blodgett, drives inside, and a foul will be called. They're going to get Blodgett on the foul there. Jefferson drove inside to kick out, but the foul was committed prior. No shot attempt, so no free throws.
And that last possession, Hinton had Ian Smith on him, a 5'10" guard. Everything happened except for the pass.
They had the match that they wanted, unable to take advantage. Jefferson, nice little spin move, roll, and gets the roll to go. Lead down to 7 as the Lakers are making a run, chipping into the lead that was as high as 12. 7 minutes left to go in the game. San Germano with the ball. Gives it to Blodgett. Kicked out to Hinton, and now Foreman. Foreman drives elbow, little bounce pass to Hinton near the basket, puts up the shot, blocked away by Thomas, who's really tightened up on defense. Fonnesbeck has it, gives it to Prince. Prince spins into the paint, almost traveled. They thought he did. Instead, he'll get a little floater to go. The bench can't believe it as this lead has been chipped away to 5.
You know, he had a little Michael Jackson there, action there, leaning back and keeping on his feet.
The Lane bench still can't believe it. A timeout is called. 6:47 left to go in the half. It's a 5-point lead. You kind of blink. It felt like a 12-point lead has evaporated. Now it's a 2-possession game. Titans trying to find some sort of offensive rhythm and tighten up on defense again.
It's absolutely been a blink and you'll miss it kind of run back here from Southwestern Oregon. It's 5 points now. It's anybody's game.
Every possession will matter. The foul margin tightened after fouling 4 quick fouls through the early couple minutes. Have tightened that up. They've only committed 6 on the half. The Lakers have committed 3. And I think that the Thomas Hinton matchup will continue to be key here.
Yeah, that's been the biggest matchup of the game so far, and it's been Hinton winning it, but Thomas these past couple possessions he's actually won a little bit. So we'll have to see what happens going forward here.
Hinton, after making his first, I believe it was 9 shots, is 2 for 5 on his last 5. Thomas is tightened up in defense. Still haven't seen the effects of offense yet, but having scored 13 points, not too much to complain about there. Sandra Motto to inbound. Titans have the ball up 5, trying to regain some momentum. Having their lead chipped down to a couple possessions. Blackmore gives it to Hinton in the wing and feeds it to Sandra Motto. Fires it around, ends up with the hands of Pluma, who thought 3 instead, gives it to Blackmore. Nice recovery there to get the ball back. Back to Pluma, 12 on the shot clock. Pluma drives inside, and a foul will be called. A little too aggressive there on defense are the Lakers. Pluma having come off the bench during that timeout.
And I can tell body language-wise, Pluma wants to shoot this.
Every time he has the ball, you see him looking at the rim. He's thinking it. He thought about it again with the ball. Drives inside and kicks out to Blackmore. 14 on the shot clock. Working with the Sandra Motto screen. Blackmore drives inside, tied up, and a travel will be called as Blackmore got tied up with 2 red jerseys.
And he thought he was about to get a foul there, and just didn't work out that way.
A lot of contact, but the referees saw all ball. Vonderspek takes the inbound, working against Blackmore. Gives it to Prince. Prince drives baseline, runs out of space, tries to give it away, and gives it to Vonderspek. Vonderspek almost traveled there. Pass is tipped away, but somehow recovered by Ian Smith, who would drive basket up and in. The 5'10 sophomore reset his height more than any other player. That's because he is playing bigger than 5'10. He was working against Hinton out of the basket, was able to get the scoop shot to go.
He's quick, too. That was showed right there.
And he has cut the lead to 3 points, a single possession game. Blackmore has it, gives it to Blodgett in the corner. Blodgett drives baseline, working on his Thomas. Shot won't go, but Hinton on the putback. Rebuilds the lead to 5 for the Titans.
Hinton heads up play there. When he saw Thomas go over towards the double team, he saw, hey, if this ball rolls over here, I can easily put this back up and in. And that's exactly what he did.
Blackmore picks the pocket, but the ball rolls out of bounds. Harbert will check in. Blackmore will head to the bench. Jefferson, the inbounder, looking for Vonderspek, but instead gives it to Thomas, working against Hinton. Thomas drives baseline, gets the movement he wants, up off basket, and good. Physical play there inside as Thomas just moved Hinton off the spot. Pluma now taking this one up, lead still at 3. Harbert has it, back, ends up in Harbert, who'll take a 3-pointer, won't good, but Pluma, the rebound, puts up the shot, can't get it to go. Rebound swatted around and controlled by Thomas. Pluma had a great opportunity there, couldn't get it to go.
Yeah, unfortunate right there.
Jefferson working against Blodgett. Sees a lane, drives basket, thought he got fouled, and he did. Jefferson will head to the free throw line after the foul from Hinton with a chance to cut this lead down to 1.
Yeah, I can't argue with that. He got a lot of arm there.
A timeout will be called, and the lead was 12 at one point, it was 6 at halftime, built up to 12, cut down to 5 at the most recent timeout. Now it's down to a single possession with 2 free throws incoming. It's hard to really put your finger on what has changed. It's just been, a miss here, a turnover there, a shot there. It's just little things have added up, and suddenly it's a one-possession game. Is there anything that jumps out to you as far as what has changed, or is it just the way the ball falls? Sometimes, a team's able to put on a run and able to chip down the lead.
The one thing I've noticed the most is Thomas's defense. It was a weaker start on his defense. He's really stepped it up, especially against Hinton. Hinton being able to stop his scoring has been huge for the Lakers. And I think a lot of that is thanks to Thomas stepping up on defense.
You're absolutely right. Thomas now has 15 in offense. He's tied for the team high with Oryang. We haven't seen too much of. Still not on the court here after the timeout. Jefferson to take the free throws. He's a 82% free throw shooter, the backup guard/wing out of Nevada. .445 left to go in the game, and the first free throw is good. Jefferson's third point of the night. And his second free throw rims out, controlled by Sandramano. Given to Pluma. 4:40 left to go in the game. Lane has a 2-point lead and the ball. Working around Hinton screens and gives it to Harbert. Feeds it inside to Hinton, who has the mismatch against Ian Smith. Ian Smith stripped the ball, but a foul was called.
It was less of a strip of the ball and more of a strip of the arm there.
No big deal, just a 9-inch height difference between those two players, as Hinton will step to the line for his second and third free throws of the night, having missed his first. A chance to build the lead back up to 2 possessions. Every point counts here as we tick inside 4:30 left to go in the game. Hinton rims that one out. Hinton only a 45% free throw shooter on the season. Coming into this game, he had spent the last 2 games 0 for 6 from the free throw line. He is now 0 for 2 on the night, so that's an 8 straight free throw miss stretch for him. And he breaks that stretch right on cue with the free throw. 74-71 is the margin.
Is that like anti-commentator's curse?
You're absolutely right. Jinxed him the right way. Casemiro has it back in the game, gives it to Fonnesbeck for 3, drains it. Fonnesbeck ties this game at 74 apiece with 4 minutes left to go.
He was way too wide open.
The action left him wide open on top, and he took an opportunity and tied this game. Pluma has the ball, sees space, pulls up for 3, off rim, won't go. Hinton the rebound and puts it up and in.
Hinton and Ian Smith again getting matched up together.
The switches have been working. Hinton's gotten the mismatch. Ian Smith with the ball gives it, tries to feed it inside. Ball's on the ground, and Sandramano comes up with it. A huge defensive play as the Titans lead by 2 inside of 4.
And that was started by Hinton there. He batted that ball, and it set that all in motion.
Pluma has it. Drives around. Now he has the matchup versus Thomas, so the speed matchup there, but he rejects it. Spins around to Harbert. Inside to Hinton, who can't handle the pass. Had the Casemiro matchup, but could not handle the pass. Casemiro with space and speed. Kicks down to the corner for Smith. Now Fonnesbeck for 3. He checked 3. Won't go, but a foul is called on the 3-point attempt. 3 free throws incoming, and a chance for the lead for Fonnesbeck.
That, ooh,
A
wow.
gut punch,
That is a
back-to-back
gut punch.
possessions.
Yeah, that's a really borderline call to have to make there.
Hinton had the matchup against Casemiro, who is only 5'10 as well. Couldn't handle the pass. It's a turnover. On the other side, Fonnesbeck had the 3-point attempt, and Harbert on the closeout just touched him on the way through, got called for the foul. Fonnesbeck hits that first free throw.
You know, I think that was a little bit one of those like landing space ones where
Yeah,
he got a
did
little
close
too
out
close
real
there.
close to him.
And he misses the second.
Fans trying to make some noise to distract him. Second free throw rims in, and this game is all tied up again at 76.
3 minutes to go, tie game.
One more
Talk
could you
about
ask for?
talk about drama.
Pluma has it going against Smith. 17 on the shot clock. Kicks it to Blodgett, looking for Hinton inside, guarded by Thomas. Looking to get rid of it now as Hinton gives it back to Pluma. 7 on the shot clock, working against Smith. Off the Hinton screen, Pluma drives paint, puts up the shot, can't get the roll to go. Rebound controlled by Jefferson. A chance for the Lakers to take their first lead of the half. Jefferson tries to go behind the back, puts up a wild shot, won't go. Rebound controlled by the Titans.
I'm surprised he didn't call for a travel there, actually.
It looks like a travel to me, but either way, the Titans have the ball. Game is still tied. Chance to retake the lead. Harbert has it and gives it to Sandramano. Sandramano looking for Hinton. Top of the 3-point line. Hinton, the handoff goes to Blodgett. Swung around, ends up in the hands of Pluma. Going against Fonnesbeck. 6 on the shot clock. Pluma runs out of space, gives it to Harbert. Hinton, who went up for the basket, but foul is called on the shot attempt.
I think Lane got one there. That looked like a lot of ball to me.
Hinton now has 28 points on the night. His season high was 22 points, and he has a chance to add 2 more with his free throws, but he is 1 for 3 on the night for free throws.
He's broken the streak, though.
Broken the 8 straight free throw streak that he missed over the last 2 games. Misses that first one. Matthew Oryang will check back into the game, the swing player out of Utah. who's actually tied for the team lead for the Lakers, but hasn't seen the court in quite some time. Second free throw rims out, and a foul will be called against Harbert on the rebound attempt. A befuddled look on his face. All Fonnesbeck can do is laugh.
They are in the bonus. They're going to shoot free throws here.
Yang a chance to take the lead, the first lead since about midway through the first half for these Lakers. Titans trying to regain their grip on this game. Yang's free throw drains it. And the Southwestern Oregon Community College Lakers take the lead with 2:08 left in the game. They have now led about halfway through that first half. Second free throw is good, and the Titans now with a 2-point deficit. Needing something to go their way here. Blackmore back in the game, will check in, takes the ball, guarded by Smith, gives it to Harbert, two-man game, back with Blackmore, working against Smith. Blackmore will stop step, puts up the shot, and ties the game again. Nice movement inside, great patience to let the play develop. And now Yang has the ball working against San Germano. Gives it to Casimiro, hounded by Blodgett. Game is tied inside 2 minutes. Casimiro has it, drives left, working against Harbert, runs out of space, kicks it out to Smith. Great job to recover. Smith drives basket, puts up a wild shot up off glass and good. Looks like he lost the handle, regained it, flung up a pass and got it to go for the 2-point lead. Blackmore now has it, runs out of space, gives it to San Germano, resets with Blackmore. Working against Smith. Feeds it to Hinton. In traffic, gives San Germano. Saw space, put up a three-pointer. Does not go. Now the Lakers will call a timeout. They have a 2-point lead. 63 seconds left to go in the game. And they have the ball. A tough series of breaks here for the Titans, who are running out of opportunities here as they face a 2-point deficit. They need to stop.
And it's been a rough night all night for San Germano. That's going to be his 4th three-pointer missed. He has not hit one all game. It's surprising because he's the best three-point shooter on the team by percentage. Sometimes you're hot, sometimes you're cold. I think you were telling me before the game, he sometimes has these games where he's on fire and sometimes he's ice cold.
Yeah, over the last 6 games, the first 3 games of that stretch was scoring 14 points a game. The next 3, 5 points a game. Over those last 3 games, he's 6 for 22 from the field, 2 for 12 from 3 coming into tonight. Add 4 misses on the night, so a tough stretch for him. A great effort player, has done a lot of good things on defense, but can't get the shots to fall. A lid on the rim for that shooter. Edwards working with his team, trying to drop a defense. They need one more stop here. 63 seconds left to go in the game, and they face a 2-point deficit. The way the offense has sputtered, you just don't want to fall behind 2 possessions late here.
Oh, no. Falling down 2 possessions late here, especially with a 30-second shot clock, would be devastating for Lane. Hey, how fun would it be to see a game winner here tonight?
Don't jinx it yet. Don't jinx it yet. Both teams back on the court. Smith to inbound for the Lakers. Prince checked into the game for them as well. Junior Legge in the game for the Titans. Inbound goes to Fonnesbeck. They're trying to trap. They give it to Prince. Falls down, and a foul is called against Foreman. He cannot believe it. He thought he beat the ball carrier to the spot, but this foul will go against him. 2 free throws incoming for the Lakers. Foreman thought he beat the ball carrier to the spot.
And that's one of those plays where refs usually want to give the advantage to the offense on a 50-50 kind of ball there, and I think that's what happened.
Yeah, on a bang-bang call in the backcourt, they're usually not going to call a charge.
Yeah.
Prince steps to the line, a 69% free throw shooter, hits the first to give his team a 3-point lead, trying to build this one out to a 2-possession lead. Blackmore will check out, Legge will check out, Harbert will check in. Blackmore is just talking to the coaching staff right now. 60 seconds left to go in the game. Prince to shoot the free throw. Prince is 3 for 3 on the night and drains that one, now 4 for 4. It's a 4-point lead for the Titans. Need something quick here. Blackmore has it, working with Hinton. Blackmore drives rim, puts up the shot, but a foul will be called against Smith. Blackmore will step to the line with 2 free throws.
Hey, that was only about 6 seconds of game clock. That's what you wanted to see there. Now you just got to hope he can hit these free throws.
Blackmore struggles from the free throw line. He's a 52% free throw shooter. Tends to run a little cold sometimes. In his last game versus PCC was 3 for 10 from the line. First free throw, up and good to cut this one down to 3. On the night, that was Blackmore's first free throw. Junior Ledgy will check back into the game. Harbert to the bench.
To note, Lane is now in the bonus.
Second free throw rolls in. Leads down to 2:54 on the clock. They're trying to trap Fonnesbeck, and Junior Ledgy instantly called for a foul on the trap. Just a touch too physical there. It was not an intentional foul. They were trying to trap him deep in the backcourt and were a little too aggressive there.
Yeah, I think that call came a little preemptively, but sometimes refs just give the benefit of the doubt, saying, hey, you're trying to foul that guy. Maybe they weren't trying to.
The benefit was that maybe half a second ticked off the clock there, so they didn't waste any time. Open Fonnesbeck misses one. If you're Lane, 76% free throw shooter, hits that one. Fonnesbeck 2 for 3 on the night. Excuse me, now 3 for 4 on the night. Ledgy will check out. Harbert will check in. They've been swapping offense defense with those two players. Free throw for Fonnesbeck, drains it, lead back to 4, 52.7 the clock. Fonnesbeck will head to the bench. Jefferson now in relief. Jefferson a better free throw shooter. Blackmore will take this one, 50 on the clock. Drives, paint, puts up a wild shot, and does not get the roll. Hinton fighting for it, and that rebound will be tipped out of bounds by a Laker, so this one will stay with the Titans. 43.6 on the clock, 20 on the shot clock. Desperately needed a basket. Blackmore to inbound. Blackmore fires it to Harbert. That pass was tipped out of bounds by... No, that will go against the Lakers. That was, I have to say, clearly touched by a Laker, but the referees disagree. No one can believe it on the court.
I can't believe that.
That was pretty clearly touched out of bounds by a red jersey. But this one will stay with Southwestern Oregon. Smith to inbound. Feeds it to Prince, who's instantly fouled by Blackmore, who cannot believe what would happen on the inbounds pass. Put it in the direction of Harbert, but tipped out of bounds by a Laker. Refs missed the call, and now free throws to extend this lead to 6.
I can't believe that. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, tough missed call there for the Titans. Now they send Prince to the line, 69% free throw shooter. Prince 5 for 5 on the night tonight, though. Has already hit a couple clutch free throws, and he hits that one, lead back up to 5. Jefferson in the game for Fonnesbeck for the Lakers. .41 left in the game. Both free throws are hit. It's a 6-point game, so it's desperation time for these Titans as they trail by 6, having led for most of the game. Blackmore drives inside, gives it to Harbert for a deep three-pointer. That one catches rim, won't go. Rebound controlled by Jefferson. Tipped away by Blackmore. Rebound inside by Foreman. Excuse me. Blackmore has a chance at the basket. Up and one opportunity for Blackmore. What a play there to cause the steal. Put back in bounds by Foreman. Blackmore went rim, got the basket and the foul. Now a chance to cut this to one possession with a free throw.
Well, the problem here is there's only 24 seconds, and it's a 30-second shot clock. They're going to have to either get a steal or they're going to have to foul.
What a sequence by Javon Blackmore there to force the turnover, and then Foreman full extension into the bench to put that one back in play. Blackmore, the presence of mind to collect that one, to drive basket, get up and in with a bucket. Now a chance to cut this one down to 3. Free throw is up and good. They need a turnover here. Fonnesbeck has it. The feed inside to Prince. Prince, full court pass, but a foul was called before as Yang had a wide open lane at the basket. We're going to get free throws here. I believe they're going to send Prince to the free throw line. He is 6 for 6 on the night from the charity stripe.
And, you know, Lane actually a little lucky there that they called that foul. It would have been a wide open basket
had
for
nothing but open court in front of him. Pluma, Harbert check in. Ledgy, Blackmore checks out.
Let's note here, Prince, a 69% free throw shooter.
Free throw is up and good. 20.4 on the clock. It's now a 2-possession game.
Although to note, he is now 8 of 8 on free throws tonight.
Cranking that percentage up. Second free throw up and good. He is perfect on the night. 20.4. Inbounds goes to Foreman. Foreman's got to go quickly here. Will dribble his way up. Sees a lane, drives baseline, working against Smith. Little fadeaway 2-point jumper. Gets the roll to go. 11.9 on the clock. Leads down to 3. They need a turnover. Give it to Fonnesbeck. Fonnesbeck double teamed in the backcourt, and he will be fouled. As the fouling game continues, 9.8 on the clock.
And if you're Lane, I don't know why you don't try to shoot a three-pointer there.
Yeah, you're trading 2 for 2 here as, I mean, the Lakers have proven to be really effective from the free throw line. I thought Foreman was going to pull up there, but he saw Lane, drove basket, got the bucket to go, but now, you're trading 2s for 2s and you're running out of time here. Fonnesbeck hits that free throw. He's now 5 for 6 on the night, 11 points. Second free throw is good. Lead back to 5. 90-85 is the score. Foreman gives it to Hinton. Back to Foreman. 8 seconds on the clock. Need a miracle in the half here as Foreman loses the ball.
And
Collected by
it away.
Thomas, and that'll be the end of the game. Southwestern Oregon Community College comes back. They faced as many as a 12-point deficit in the second half. They trailed for most of the game. They come back in the final minutes, take a lead, and they walk away with a victory over the home team, the Lane Titans, who cough up a tough one. 90-85 is the margin, and that's a tough loss for Lane.
Yeah, that's got to suck for Lane. You have this lead in a game that could be huge for them.
Yeah, going against the third best team in the division. They're in the 8th spot right now, and that was before this loss. A big shout out to Devin Hinton, who had himself a career night. 30 points. That's a season high. 30 points, 10 rebounds, so a double-double for him. 14 of 17 shooting, including a three-pointer. Did go 1 for 5 from the charity stripe, but a big night for Hinton. 3 other double-digit scores for the Titans. Pluma with 14, Blackmore with 12, and Blodgett with 12, who actually had a fantastic game that isn't fully represented by the score there, but nice game from Blodgett. For the Lakers, they are led in scoring by Or Yang with 17. They have 5 double-digit scores. Thomas had 15, Prince 13, Fonnesbeck 12, and Casimiro had 10. Those free throws obviously helping those point totals towards the end, but that's it for us. Big thanks to all those here at Lane who made this possible. Head coach Greg Seeley for the women's team, who had a big victory tonight. Head coach CJ Edwards for the men's team. My name is Levi Burklow, joined by Logan Thompson. Big thank you to all those who listened, and we hope you have a good rest of the night as the Lakers pull off a win against the Titans 90-85 here on the Lane live stream.